Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Currently Unnamed Podcast. Today, we have something very special in store for you. Unusual Odds. It's where myself, the host, has the other two fight for their lives in odd and unusual situations.
Well,
Each turn, I will roll a 20-sided die to see if their moves are going to be successful. They will be
well,
fighting each other or working together to accomplish this goal.
well.
So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Oh, you're not gonna introduce us.
All right, legitness. Let's
They know,
go, guys.
they know who we are.
That's true.
Yeah, they
If
know
they
who
don't
we
know
are.
us, they should know us. Hold on, can I say something? This is my small talk. This is my
Yeah,
little
let's do small
chit-chat.
talk, man. We gotta do some small
I
talk first.
today, me and my dad watched the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie for the first time in quite a while, and I gotta say, that's peak Marvel right there, bro. I forgot how
holds
good
up.
it is.
Dude, honestly, the second one is pretty good too, though, when they send
Yeah.
Yondu off. So sad.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know which one's the best out of the three.
The first one, of course.
No,
The
I
fir-
don't know. The second one has a lot of good qualities in it.
Well, hold on. This is unrelated to ranking them, but I have to say Thunderbolts actually is very similar in concept to Guardians of the Galaxy, where it's like a bunch of misfits who like are crappy people getting together.
Mhm.
Well, yeah,
I
but
thought- I thought the same
the
thing.
only difference is that none of them are like super.
Yeah,
super
well,
people.
yeah.
It takes place on Earth.
Yeah,
Or,
different
like,
but similar. That's
yeah,
another thing I
different but
noticed
similar.
while
I see what you're
watching
saying.
it. That's another thing I realized while watching it. Like that's actually like the first movie where the whole multiverse starts to blossom from. Like now we have heroes in space, and now like there's Thanos, and now all this stuff's happening, and I feel like that's kind of the start of the chaos.
It wasn't really a thing before that. Yeah, because that's when they introduced the Power Stone for the first time. That was the first.
Back when
And-
Marvel still had a plan for their movie series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before it was just trash that they were spewing out for entertainment.
Yeah. It's a good movie. Good movie.
I think it's like the Guardians of the Galaxy is one of my favorite Marvel movies.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
same,
it's very
I
good.
think.
I still haven't seen.
Probably the
I still haven't made time
probably,
to watch.
Probably my most favorite.
I still haven't made time to watch Winter Soldier. I need to do that still.
Yeah, you do, man. It's good stuff.
I know. I don't know why I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
That
like
sounds
take place
surprising
right
you
after
haven't.
the? Does it take
Yeah, but
place right after the
wait.
first?
You said you haven't seen Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I know. I'm a
Ain't no
criminal.
way.
I know.
It takes place like, right before Civil War, I think.
Oh. Wait, what's?
It does
Is
take
there
place right
another-
before Civil War.
It's what creates the plot of Civil War. Because you know the plot of Civil War.
Yeah, I've seen Civil War. It was okay.
It's what creates the plot. Because like it ends with this huge airplane battle that destroys like a major city.
Well, way to spoil it. Wow.
I mean that doesn't really spoil anything, but it is a very good because it's. I don't even know why it's good.
What do you mean? The
just good.
the movie critique man himself can't explain why it's good.
I can only explain why
Explainable.
stuff. I can only explain why stuff is bad. You know.
Oh, his superpower only works one way. I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not both.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, anything else besides movies happen in the past 7, 8-ish days?
I had this
I
weird
don't
dream
think so.
the other night.
Ooh.
Want to hear about that?
Yeah.
It's this guy. You need context. There's this guy in my that I know. So this dream that I had doesn't make any sense. But I had to go back to college. I don't even know if it was college. I had to go back to school
Mm.
because I didn't complete a math credit apparently.
Oh, CJ,
And
how
I'm
dare
like, and I'm like, you know how this is. The dream just immediately started with me in a car, but you know how like in a dream you can you know the context
you? Yeah.
of the
Obviously.
dream without knowing the context.
Yeah. No, I know how dreams are. I have dreamt of this once.
I had to go. I'm like, the school that I have to do this math credit at is the same school that Andy's son Jordan goes to. So I'm like, I'm just gonna ride with him. But like I said, Jordan's 30. He hasn't gone to school in years. So this logic already doesn't make any sense. And he lives like 20 minutes away from us. So none of this.
But
makes
obviously
any
he
sense.
goes to that school. He clearly goes to that
So
school.
it makes perfect sense for us to carpool. It doesn't.
Yeah.
He drives me there. Three of us go into this building, and I'm walking around looking for the math class, and I'm like, eventually I realize this is the wrong school. So after Andy leaves Jordan, he drives me to the school that I was supposed to go to, and I go in there. There's like 3 or 4 people in the lobby, they're like front desk. I know they're working there. They're like front desk people.
Mm-hmm.
Out of school.
Interesting. You know, how you go into a school and there's a reception lady there? Yeah.
If
Schools.
the reception lady at school, it makes sense.
Yeah.
He's gotta tell you what room you're in.
Dude, you
I'm
just
like,
reminded
what?
me of a dream very similar, but continue.
I'm like, where is this class I'm supposed to go to? And they're like, I don't know.
Huh.
So I have to go. I start like perusing the halls, and this place is like Casavan. It's tiny.
What's
I'm
the
looking
school
at-
for ants?
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm looking around for this classroom, and like, I can't find the sign that says math. Like I'm looking for a sign
Yeah,
above the
'cause-
door that says math.
You know how you go through the halls. There's just big signs above each door. History, science,
Yeah.
math. You know.
I eventually
School.
go down
Yeah.
this hallway. Like, you know how there's like a long hallway with lockers?
Yeah. I know
Off
school.
of that, there was another smaller hallway. It's like an alleyway.
Secret. Ooh, the alleyway in the school.
I go down this
Bro,
alleyway.
what school did you go to? What the heck?
And like I said, this building's small. I go down this alleyway, turn right, and there's this door that says math. I go through.
You found the secret math
No
room.
way. You found
And
math.
I remember this dream is very detailed. I remember like every detail.
I know. I'm surprised how well you're recapping it.
It's very traumatic. This room,
School is
this
very
room that I
traumatizing.
walk into is massive. It's like one of those college lecture. It's one of those college lecture rooms that has
Oh
like
my gosh.
20, that has like 20 rows worth of seats.
Yeah. That's
That go up,
really big.
It's a
for small
college
school.
classroom.
and there's 2 teachers sitting in at the bottom. There's like this middle-aged lady and this middle-aged black guy. This is important later.
All right. I was gonna say like, why is it okay? It's important, I guess.
I asked the black guy, like, "Hey, sorry I'm late. I'm supposed to be. My name's CJ Borden. I'm supposed to be here." And he's like, "You know you're supposed to have completed 3 of the assignments by now." And in my head, I'm like, I only done 2 because I've been doing stuff online prior to this. Because like for a while, I didn't know this. I didn't know I was supposed to be in person or something, so I've just been doing the online credits. I just
This is
noticed.
for clarity. I need to ask a clarifying question. In your dream, is it like in the past, or is this your 23-year-old self?
This is currently. This is current.
Interesting.
Okay.
He's like I know that I only did 2. And he's like, you're supposed to have done 3. I'm like, I'm sorry. He's like, it doesn't matter. Go find a seat. So I walk up a couple of rows and I sit in this group of like mostly black people.
Why are you mentioning that everyone's black? Are you just like a white guy in a black crowd?
Yes.
Basically, and then that black teacher comes up to me. He's like, "You can't sit here," and he tells me to move.
What?
And so I go somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know who I was sitting next to after I moved. But eventually, I'm like, I shouldn't be here either, so I move on to a different spot.
Bro, you just know it's not your seat.
And then at this point, the last people I sit next to, it's three people, and it's like they, I don't. It's like I made them up. They're not people that actually exist. But they look,
Imaginary friend.
Press
they
the
look-
random button on the meme maker.
but they look very similar to people I know in real life. They're like
Strange.
siblings of. They look sort of like them, but they're not them. There's these two girls, and there's this guy that looks like Quinn but just taller.
It's tall Quinn.
And they're being really cringy and nerdy. I'm getting along really well with them. I don't even know what, like the lecture's still happening, but we're just out here talking. So I don't even know what the guy's been saying. So
Interrupting class.
And that's pretty much the dream.
Oh, that's it?
Like I was having this identity crisis.
That's crazy, man.
Strange.
But the beginning of
very odd.
that dream reminded me of a partial dream I had. I can't remember my dreams like you do. I don't know how. But like I just remember going into a school, but it was like also a hospital. Like the layout was a hospital, but it was a school, if that makes sense. Like you go in and there's like a front counter where you talk to the receptionist. But it was a school. It was very confusing.
Normally I don't remember my dreams pretty well. This one I just stuck out to me. I don't know why.
I think if I have dreams, I ain't remembering a bit of it because I don't think I have dreams.
Well, like I have this weird thing with dreams. Like sometimes you ever have a dream and wake up from it and think like I've had that dream before, but then part of you's like, or is that just the dream version of me thinking that I had this? It's like it's such a weird feeling of like deja vu every time I have a dream.
Nah, I have a dream, and then like 4 years later, that exact thing happens in real life, and I have deja vu from that, and I'm like, whoa, how'd that happen?
That happens to me too, but then sometimes I think it's a lie and a fake, and I'm just imagining it. Dude, dreams are weird. Dreams make no sense, and they're scary. I don't like
Maybe we're insane, and we can't tell the difference from reality. And
I actually got to the point in Farmers really where I don't have the ingredients to make this order.
Dude, I get there. I get there
don't
with
have
the
enough
new dairy truck. I can never make. The
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
CJ's
what it
gonna
is.
go get the milk.
That's what it is. I don't have cheese. I can't make cheese because I don't have enough milk.
Yeah, for the cheese popcorn. That stuff makes so much money though.
No, it's just cheese.
I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of the dessert truck where you get popcorn and ice cream.
Interesting.
Anyway, that's my dream.
Anyway,
Preston, what
That's a
was your
good
dream?
what dream?
Do you dream, Preston?
Nah, I don't.
Preston,
Do you have
have you
dreams?
ever dreamed upon a dream?
Do you have a dream?
Have you ever had a dream that you had?
Yeah, have you ever dreamt
You ever-
that you dreamed that? Have you ever dreamt that?
Don't you ever dream of being like famous or something?
Nah.
Dude, I think you're just Are you a narcissist or something? I had never had a dream like that in my life.
No, not like when you're sleeping, but I meant like
No, like daydream.
it's like something you want to accomplish.
Daydreaming. that
Something
you're
I
famous.
wanna accomplish.
I mean like something you want to accomplish, like a dream. You have dreams.
Do you have dreams where you accomplish those dreams of yours that you
That's
dream
not
about?
not what I mean. I don't, like
I
multiple
don't
meetings.
dream during the day or during the night. I'm
His brain is
dreamless.
dysfunctional. He has no dreams.
Person does not think.
He ruined my dream journal.
Mr. Electric, send this brother to the penis explorer and have his penis explored. And I'll meet him.
I've seen
dude.
that meme at least 3 times, or probably more. Alright, before this goes off the rails too much, I'm starting the timer now.
Alright.
So then we don't take too
Sounds
long this
good.
time. Actually, hold on, I need to shorten the timer probably because of how much Because, hold on.
How much? Do an hour. How long?
I'm doing an hour, and it starts now.
All right. Well, let's get into it already then. Let's get started. About to get real, boys.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Let's hit the speed rounds. We got 2 of these.
Whoa, we're doing...
Alrighty.
Hold on. What are we doing? I honestly forgot. Speed round! Woo, woo, woo!
Speed round. Woo woo. One of you is a caterpillar that is trying to cocoon itself so that it can turn into a butterfly. While the other one of you is a guy trying to cut down the tree that you, the caterpillar, are on. And you
I
are a
want to be
stubborn
the caterpillar. I want to be the caterpillar. I have an amazing first move.
Child.
I'm sorry.
The caterpillar is a stubborn caterpillar, and he does not want to move to a different tree.
Of course.
So here's what we're gonna do here. We're giving CJ the seniority play here. So he can choose to either give you the caterpillar
Oh no.
or leave it up to chance.
Mhm.
And-
Leave it up to chance.
You leave it up to chance? Alright.
I can't
So
choose
here's
Wait,
what
wait.
we're gonna...
I can't let him
Here's-
have it.
Coin flip.
No,
Coin
you,
flip.
yeah, you can let him have it.
Coin flip.
Oh wait, is that what you said? To let him have it?
Yeah, you can let him have it.
He can have it.
I'm a
Alright,
caterpillar.
Quinten,
I'm a stubborn
you-
caterpillar. Oh.
are the caterpillar. So here's how it's gonna work. It's basically... Cut this part out when you're editing it. It's basically like Distractable, where
Mhm.
you're gonna give me something, you're gonna try and fight back, but CJ has to go first because he's the one cutting the tree down. So
Okay. Is he aware of me?
he's gonna go,
Is he-
and then once he's done saying what he's doing, then you're gonna go and I'm gonna roll, and if it's a 20, then you're gonna get it. All right.
I'm. Wait. Does he know that I'm on the tree? Does he see
He-
how?
He does not know you're on the tree, but he will find out.
How high up am I?
It's like just a little apple tree. It's nothing crazy.
But how high up am I? The caterpillar.
You decide, Quinten. Don't ask me
What?
such ridiculous questions. You're the caterpillar.
Okay.
I'm
You
I'm trying
decide where you are on this tree. All right.
So I don't know that Quinten is on here, but like you said.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna. I got my chainsaw out. I'm ready to do this. Quinten, shut up. I'm gonna try to cut this tree down. Yank that cord and chainsaw. And then it starts up immediately. One pull. I'm just strong like that. I
Little
try,
different.
Of course.
I try to cut that thing down.
All right.
I have
So?
one more clarifying
what's-
question.
Go ahead.
So, my goal is to survive or kill him.
Whatever you want. Just as long as you keep this tree up.
Oh, so my goal is to okay. My goal is to keep the tree. Okay. I
Yeah,
understand.
because you're stubborn and you want to stay on
This
this
is
tree.
my tree, and this little
Your tree.
stupid little lumberman is not going to take it from me with his dumb plaid red shirt and loud chainsaw machine. I'm not having it.
Precisely.
This is my tree.
Precisely.
So
So,
what I do?
You-
Oh wait, does CJ have to roll?
no, he doesn't have to. That's the starting up. Now you're good to go.
All right. So I see him. He's clearly trying to murder my friend, the apple tree. So here's what I do. I'm assuming I'm directly above him. Do I assume correctly?
Sure. Yeah, let's say you're directly above him. 90-degree angle, straight above his head.
I let go of the tree and dive bomb on top of his head. And since I'm so light, he doesn't even notice, right? So
Is
With
that
my
your
super-
move? You only get one move.
well, oh, that's my move.
Yeah, that's your move. You're
I just
dive
fall.
bombing him.
How can you just say that I don't notice? How would you know that?
Caterpillars. Okay. Wait. Do I have to roll? Does CJ have to roll perception check?
No. So this is stealthy, okay? So if you land, you're doing it in a stealthy fashion to where he can't notice. But we're gonna roll. If it's a 20, then you're successful.
Oh, I mean, that's really high. It's like a high bar.
It is a high. It is a high number. You rolled a 1.
What? Oh!
What was
So what
that?
happens? You did fall down, but what you do is you literally plop down, boop, right on his left shoulder, and he is now looking directly at you. Now it's CJ's move. Go ahead.
No! No!
It's just a silly little worm, so I put my hand up to my shoulder, like I'm about to flick him off, and I go flick.
You go to flick him.
I go flick him really hard.
All right. We gotta get a 19 here in order for this to be successful.
Why does he get a 19 and I get a 20?
Why am I so bad at flicking?
We're going down. We're going down in numbers so that the game ends at a reasonable time.
How am I so bad at
You
flicking?
got a 17, so you actually missed the flick. He's
That's
now
insane.
he jumped onto your finger as you were in flicking motion. So now he's on your hand.
Hold on, I have a question. Why on
your-
earth do we have to
what-
roll such high numbers for simple actions?
It's so that the story continues onward.
Don't question it.
Don't question it. Yeah, don't question
So
it.
I'm on his
now
finger.
you're now on his finger. Your move.
So I'm assuming I'm some I'm assuming I'm some experimental super caterpillar, and with my super fast, what is it called? With my super fast cocooning abilities, I quickly wrap his hand up and make his hand into a human cocoon.
You're
So
cocooning his right hand.
I'm cocooning his right hand.
Okay. We gotta get an 18 for this.
Happened that quick? Oh, God.
Is this yeah.
We got a 19. We got a 19. All right. So you successfully cocoon his hand.
No way.
Now his hand is trapped in this cocoon. He could, if he wanted to, perhaps cut it open, but it's
With the
so strong.
chainsaw.
It's basically concrete. He can't get it open.
I
by
okay
opening
one.
his
I don't
finger.
want to make it. I don't want to make it impossible for CJ. I don't think I can make it that strong. Like I feel like he could possibly break out relatively
Hey.
easier.
You're not
Sorry.
the host. You don't decide how strong it is.
I basically
You're
poop
a
out concrete.
super experimental. That's what you said.
Yeah.
It's concrete, basically. He can't get his hand out.
I pooped concrete on his hand and now it's stuck.
Precisely. So, what's your move, CJ? You now have to get a 16, I believe.
Quinten's
what we're
still
on.
on my hand.
Oh no.
Well, no, now he's kind of like going up your arm.
I didn't say that. I just cocooned his hand. I'm like on his wrist. I feel like I would just stop on his wrist.
Yeah, sure. He's on your wrist.
Well, I'm actually like terrified of bugs being on me. So I start freaking out like immediately. I see I have a pool in my backyard, like my little kiddie pool. The one that's like really small kiddie pools that I have for my kids. And I'm like, I'm gonna jump in there, try to get, because I know that like if you're getting attacked by bees, you jump into a pool. I assume the same logic applies to
My weakness, kid-sized pools.
Yes, indeed. So you're attempting to drown him, basically.
It's my guy, because I'm like retarded. But yeah.
Okay. We gotta get a 16. You got a 3.
Bro.
Oh, let's go.
You
I'm
go.
safe.
So what you do? You go to put your hand, your wrist, I guess, into the water.
No, I just jump
But-
all like full a cannonball in there.
Oh, you jump right in there.
Because
Well-
I'm freaking out.
Somehow, then, this solid substance that is now cocooning your hand is also able to float. So your hand is
What?
stuck above the water, and you cannot get it underneath the water. So now he's just like floating on your wrist above water.
How weak is CJ?
It's a
Apparently,
very floatable. It's hard to pull under the
How
water.
much air did I put in the cocoon? I just
Some
puffed
There's
and
so
puffed
much,
all the air in
some
there.
alternate
so much,
universe.
so
Some
much
alternate
air is in
universe
this thing.
where I never decided to try working out. I'm like super weak.
Well,
All right,
okay.
Quinten, what you
So
gonna do?
I'm just chilling on this little float toy pool thing. So is the chainsaw still inside the tree? Like, is it just grinding away on this tree still?
I
No,
don't think I ever touched the tree. I just started it.
yeah, he just turned it on.
Well, where's the chainsaw?
Probably,
He set it down when he ran over to the pool.
yeah. I probably set it down.
All right. Well, I go over yonder, and I cocoon the blade since my carcass poop. What the heck would you call? What would you call the substance that caterpillars use to make a cocoon?
This
Your
is
goop.
unfair that he can just cocoon that fast. This seems
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Okay, I don't do that. I climb back up my tree. Well, no, because I'm trying to save my tree. What I do to save my tree? I start cocooning the tree, but like, I don't think I should be able to do it that fast, right? Like,
No, you can't.
What the heck do I do about a caterpillar? I don't. This isn't favorable for either of us.
I'm not sure what to do here, so I just start cocooning the bottom of the tree.
This is so
You just
difficult.
you start at the bottom, start to cocoon it.
I start at the bottom.
Well, you gotta get a 15 for this here.
Okay.
Ooh, he got a 17.
So
This
So normally, you wouldn't be fast enough to cocoon the whole base of the tree. But in this instance, somehow CJ is so dumb he can't get this thing off of his hand. So he's really trying. Meanwhile, you have almost the entire tree trunk covered in your cocoon-ness.
All I have to say is sounds so fair. This is fair as fair.
Before
you
he returns. So now he is back at the tree. He finally has it off his hand, and you're halfway done cocooning this tree.
know. The entire tree.
Yes, halfway done.
Yeah,
You still have all the branches and stuff to go, but the base of it's done.
Oh my god, this is so fair. CJ, what's
Why
your
would
move?
this? Why would the chainsaw not be able to cut through that?
You haven't tried. Have you tried?
Nobody said it can't.
That's true.
I'm like, this is clearly just cocoon. He's cocooning for no reason. So I'm gonna. It's just a worm, so I'm gonna try to cut down that tree again.
Hey, I'm more than just a worm. You shut your
Alright.
pie hole.
I start the chainsaw up again. And then it goes in one pole again because I'm still a Chad.
Wait, but why couldn't you pull the? Why couldn't
It's
you pull your
really
hand underwater?
strong, man.
The web is
Really strong stuff.
the web's just built different, yeah.
I guess so.
Alright. You're gonna try and chop it down now?
I turn that chainsaw back on. Try to cut it down again
Alright.
because the web's not gonna get
Wait.
in the way.
Alrighty. We ought to get a 14 in order to get this here. Ooh! We got a 13.
Oh no.
What the butt?
So, unfortunately, your chainsaw ran out of gas.
I haven't used it like, at all. Okay.
Well, last time your father used it, and he used all the gas left in it, and just left enough for you to turn it on twice. So now you're out of gas, and Quinten has
I
the
basically
high
won.
ground once again.
I'm being chillin'.
Being chilling.
I feel like I won, but I'll play a
Yeah,
little
Quinten,
game.
you.
I'll play a
Yeah,
little
no,
game.
I think-
I'll play a little game. So my
Alright,
final
yeah,
action
continue, go ahead.
my final action for the cherry on top of this sweet victory. I make my way down the tree, and I'm assuming CJ is very distraught at this, and sobbing and has no. He's not gonna be able to tell if I climb my way up him, and into his ear.
Mm-hmm. Gonna nibble his brain.
I try to go into his
Is that what
ear.
you're going for?
I'm trying to crawl through his ear canal.
You're just trying to get in his ear. Okay. We gotta get a 12. No, we gotta get a 13. That's what we gotta get.
Oh, dang it, he noticed.
We get a 17.
Oh, I so go inside his ear. Let's go.
You squeeze your body into the skinniest form you've ever been in, and you slip
How
right
big
in
am
his
I, and
ear.
how small is his ear?
Large ear, tiny body.
Then I fit
You're now
easily.
inside of his head. You're inside of his
Let's go.
skull. And he is clueless to the fact that you're inside of him.
Let's go.
I don't know
But
that he's
yet-
in there.
No? He's sneaky.
How does he not feel that? I feel like he should feel something.
I feel like I was okay.
Alright, fine. Let's go along with it. You felt him go in. You can do something with this.
Well, that kiddie pool is there, still there.
Gonna flood your ear canal.
I'm gonna stick my head in the swimming pool and try to hold my breath and drown him out. Cause I know that I could hold my breath for a long time because I was a free diver in my past life.
Wow. No wonder he's so
Okay.
strong.
Alright. We gotta get a 12.
In my past life, I was a free diver.
DJ, you're
Makes my
so
car-
unlucky.
Makes my
You got an
career-
11.
Okay, I don't
So,
go hand.
I don't believe these rolls. These rolls are These are crazy rolls.
I promise, man. I'm not kidding.
Fraser Preston wants me to lose.
So, you try to stick your head in the water, and oh no, you're an airhead. So you can't get your head in there. You can't get your head under the. You're an airhead. You can't get your head under the water.
Fair.
So now Quinten's roaming free in your head, literally rent free.
For my
He can do whatever he wants in there.
for my final action, I nibble my way through his skull, and encase his brain in a cocoon.
Mm-hmm.
Cocoon his
All right,
brain.
let's get we gotta get an above an 11 here.
Easy win.
6.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not 11.
Your
That's
teeth are not strong enough to bite through his skull.
Oh, that's okay. Oh.
And he feels a little itch on the
Yeah,
inside
yeah,
there.
I know he's in my ear still.
I'm deep in there. Good luck reaching.
I've seen a cartoon character do this once. I try to do one of those moves where like I plug my nose and blow really hard, and like smoke comes out of my ears and that train whistle noise. It was like, you know.
Oh no,
Yeah.
he's gonna boil me with the steam from his train brain.
I'm like maybe the steam will blow him out if I blow my nose really hard.
Well, we shall see. Let's get a 10. One of your first successful moves. A 14.
That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
The cartoon trick works somehow, and in the process of you blowing him out of your skull, you also burn him alive with the steam,
Oh
and he is now dead.
no!
Go! All it takes is one good roll and I win.
Oh man, I had so many cool actions planned for every time CJ had an interesting action. I was like, all right, I have the perfect counter action, and then CJ just fails each action, so I don't know what to do. He just kept on failing his rolls.
He's got nothing until that last one.
So I was just literally chilling the entire time.
I won by being an absolute idiot.
Yep. Quinten, what is our timer
You guys,
at right
you guys didn't get the joke though.
We got 40 minutes.
now? Ooh.
40.
Like 30.
So basically, what you're telling me is we have time for another speed round and then a team up
that
round.
was a speed round. That's
Yeah, that was a speed round. The team up round is going to be even longer.
oh no.
Do the team up round then.
All right, team up round.
Just get,
All right.
get that out of the way.
So the team up round is the same thing basically, but you guys are working together, and there's two 20-sided dice. So the chances of you getting a successful move are even lower.
Bro, CJ's cooked.
But you guys can, but you guys are going to go back and forth on your actions to try and stop this unstoppable event from happening. All right?
Oh.
Ready to hear what it is?
Okay.
No, let me brace myself.
You're two fish in the ocean trying to stop the Titanic from crashing into the iceberg.
Oh no.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Setting the scene. Titanic is about a mile out, but for some reason, you fish have amazing, impeccable sight. You can see it coming, and you see it's going straight towards this supposedly tiny iceberg. It's chugging along. It's coming in fast, though. You don't have much time. You got to make a split-second decision on what to do.
No. Wait, like
We're gonna
actually?
go down by 2 points each time.
It's a lot of pressure.
Ready? You gotta
no.
get a 40.
Hold on.
One
What
of
kind
you-
of what kind of fish are we?
Well, it doesn't matter.
So this thing
Yes, it
it
does!
already hit. It already hit the iceberg.
You already hit the iceberg. You're done. You're toast.
All right. Who goes first?
All right. Let's see. Pick a number between 1 and 6, Quinten.
6.
All right, you go first.
Let's go! Oh, no! Let's go. Alright. So, I tell CJ, bro, you see that ship over there? That's coming straight for this iceberg. We gotta save him, man. You have any ideas?
Oh, hot dang, bro. Now what do you got? I got nothing.
Here's what I'm thinking. We go talk to the seals, because I know they're pretty tight with the sharks. So we gotta go chat with them, get them to get to the sharks, because they're big enough to probably stop this. So let's go talk to the seals.
We want to go
Okay.
talk to the seals here?
We gotta go talk to seals.
We
Quick.
gotta get a 40 in order to successfully do this. Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot
You
about
got a
that.
16.
It's almost half of 40.
You get over to the seals, and they immediately want to eat you.
Oh crap.
So, Quinten-
CJ,
You get out of there like Nemo. You only got your one normal sized fin, and you got a mini fin now. Now you're
Okay.
disabled. You're a disabled fish.
No! Oh no.
Wait. Can we take a pause on the recording?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, a moment from our sponsors.
Oh gosh, what are we doing? What are we doing this time?
Do you ever have rashes directly on your butt?
No, we're not gonna.
How about right on the bottom of your foot? Maybe right on your fingertips. Weird places to have a rash, you might say.
From all those caterpillars.
Yeah, from one of those caterpillars. Weird place to have a rash, you might say. Well, hydrocortisone cream. You ever heard of that? I bet you have.
CJ
Maybe,
did not mute
if you
himself, and I'm
haven't-
hearing weird noises in the background.
Maybe if you haven't heard of hydrocortisone cream, you just don't have a life. But hydrocortisone cream is good for you. Not only does it help the rashy spots on your body, but it also is used as a sort of lotion on those parts to not only heal the rashy skin, but to also keep it nice and soft. Cortisone cream. Go
like
get
a-
some.
Seals, like baby seal's bottom. That kind of soft. Have you ever touched
Yes.
a newborn seal's butt?
That's what hydrocortisone
If you use this lotion, that's what your butt will feel like.
I have like hydrocortisone cream in a bottle that I'm spraying.
Precisely. Even CJ uses it.
Highly recommend to you guys.
Want a break from the ads?
Want
So soothing.
want a break from the butt rashes? Get on it.
It's so soothing. Try it.
What's the name of the sponsor again?
Hydrocortisone cream.
Before I had hydrochloroform. No, what?
That's
That's not what you said. What did you say?
Hydrocortisone.
Hydrocortisone cream. My butt looked like it got stung by a million bees. I had the worst rash. But since I've been using it, it's been clearer than a blue sky. You could slap it and I don't know where I'm going with
Like, oh, no, finish your thought. I want to know where this is going.
this. You can nope. I don't like it. I don't like where it's going.
You can slap it, and I'll slap yours right back.
Whew.
All good?
Give me a minute. I've had a lot of time to think about an action, and I've not been using that time to think about an action.
Well, good for you. It's CJ's turn.
CJ, give the Titanic a big butt rash.
Give me a second. I am ready. My turn. I see this thing coming. Like, my first thought is I gotta slow this thing down, so I swim up to it with all my fishy might. I try to push on it, stop it from coming down.
Yeah, a single lone fish.
You're pushing on it.
Titanic.
Yeah, I try to lift
Alright.
it. I try to solo this thing.
Well, you gotta get a 38 here.
I just think it'd be hilarious if I get a 38.
That would be really funny.
You got a
CJ, the
21.
shortest fish
Then
alive.
I have to see what Preston does to make this work.
You got a 21. You try.
He got above
to...
a 20. That's basically winning.
All right, buddy.
Right?
That was pretty close.
He-
I like.
he wins,
I
right?
hear it. Like it starts to move, but
Yeah, you hear it. You hear a little bit creaking. You put a tiny little bit of a dent in it, but no
Jeez.
major
No,
damage, and nothing happens. You
Okay.
just
All right.
swim back to Quinten.
So, I have
It did not work, bro.
the perfect plan. I swim back to CJ. It takes a little bit because of my like messed up fin or whatever. But I make it and I tell him,
Disabledness.
bro, you gotta go. I remember when you did that eating contest down in the Atlantic Ocean. Well, come on, you gotta. I know how fast you can eat. Go eat the iceberg. Go, and while you do that, I'll try to nibble. I'll try to nibble on the propellers of the Titanic, so it can't push it. Or
You're
So
trying
I-
to kill yourself, Quinten. I swear to God.
I go.
Wait, I was under the impression that we already hit the iceberg and it was coming down.
Oh wait, is it?
No.
How-
No.
How close is it?
No, it's about a mile away.
Still?
You guys are you're trying to stop it from hitting the iceberg in the first place.
Oh,
Although
So
once we get to, if we don't make it to 20, then it hits the iceberg and your objective changes.
wait, so you're saying if what?
When the required number to make a move works gets down to 20, if you haven't stopped the ship, moved the ship, or moved the iceberg at that point, then it hits it and the Titanic goes down
Alright.
anyways.
Well,
And your
I'm not
attempts were
sure.
futile.
I'm not sure if CJ's gonna listen to my idea or not. That's up to him. But I know 100% sure that I am attempting to nibble on those propellers, and just
You're
like
nibbling? Alright.
like how about this? I'm nibbling on the gear part, not the blades. So then it just like snaps off completely. Right?
You're not doing the, you're doing the blades?
No, not
Or
the
the gear.
blades. The part, the like the piece that connects the blade to the boat. I'm trying to nibble that so it just breaks off completely.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, we gotta get a 46. I mean a 36.
I was like, hold up. 2 D20s doesn't
Oh.
even reach that.
We got another 21 here.
Oh,
So you get up to it, and you kind of do something. You don't really do anything because you're disabled.
oh yeah, I forgot about
And
that.
the propellers are so powerful, they just kind of push you out behind the ship. Now you're behind the ship, not instead
Bro,
of front of it.
how
And it's getting closer.
am I supposed to stop a flipping boat?
You just are.
I'm a
It's
fish.
now point 0.8 miles away from the iceberg.
Oh, no.
What are we gonna do, CJ?
Have we tried to move the iceberg?
No,
We have not tried to do that.
Well,
It's not like you can't try the same thing over and over again.
if pushing
that's
the
not
boat
fun.
didn't
That's
work,
not creative.
I'm gonna try to push the iceberg.
How
'Cause
You can push the
if I was
iceberg.
able to make a dent in the boat, I believe in my fishy strength. I think I could
That's
push
true.
the iceberg.
how big is the iceberg though?
Big enough to sink the Titanic.
Irrelevant.
So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
really?
34 here. Ooh, you got a 19.
Oh, it's worse than our last
So-
one. Okay.
So a very similar thing happens here. You are pushing on it, you're pushing on it. He cracks the iceberg. But he didn't move it. He cracked it.
That's crazy. All right. I'm now discombobulated from my last action, being pushed away from the fan, but I regain my orientation and swim as fast as I can down, and then really fast up, so as to launch myself onto the Titanic.
Onto the Titanic, you say.
Yes.
Alrighty.
In fact, wait, can I do something to increase my chances?
Sure.
All right, so I go back to that seal that tried to eat me, and I get its attention, right? And I go back to where I was gonna jump, and I try to get the angle just right. So then while the seal's chasing me, like I jump out of the water, and as it's like following me, it like kind of headbutts me, so I get more momentum, more force pushing me up towards the Titanic, just in case I can't get there by my own fishy might.
Sure. Yeah, let's say that gives you 10 points as a boost.
Holy 10?
That's a
10
lot
points.
of bonus. That's a lot of points.
Alright. So you gotta get a 32 now. Ready?
Wait, what? That's not 10.
Well, no, it's 10-point bonus. So whatever your roll is, adding 10 to it.
Oh, I forgot how. Yeah.
You have to get a 32, and you have an 11.
Oh, you mean a 21?
So
Which was
you
my
have
last
21
roll.
here.
Nope, you got a 1 with 2d20s somehow gave you a 1.
That would be crazy.
So-
And I even at a plus 10 still got one.
You actually now are, like, kind of falling down directly towards the seal's mouth.
Oh
And
Well,
he's making some noise. He's, like, kind of gathering his friends, ready to eat
no!
this
How long am I in the air
Nemo.
for?
Nemo-sized fish.
Oh
I come in like crazy stupid hot. I'm like kamikaze this seal in the stomach
no! If
Try
he
to save my
can dent the Titanic, he can kill a seal.
to like save my buddy here. I just like come like head first straight into the seal's stomach.
And let's say that you're going
my
for
mo-
about half a mile, so you've really gained some speed here. So that's going to be another. Well, that's going to be a plus 8 bonus points,
Yes.
and you got to get a 30. So let's see how this goes. Ooh, you got an 18.
Plus
Nice.
8.
26, man. That's unfortunate.
So close.
So you hit it. You actually do pierce the body, You almost go all the way through.
Was not my intention, but okay.
You almost go all the way through.
I was not trying to kill this man.
You stuck like inside the seal.
Yeah, now you're in his stomach basically.
I thought I would
But-
just push him, but I think okay. I penetrated.
You went too.
But
You
put
went
you
too
put a hole
fast.
through him though.
I went too far.
So
Oh
he
no.
is now not dead, but he's bleeding out because you just put a hole in his body.
Oh no, are the sharks gonna come now or something? This now has blood in the ocean.
Yeah, man. Maybe that'll happen next.
So what? Are we like the ship's half a mile from the hitting the iceberg now or something?
Yes, it's half a mile away.
Okay. So, I'm assuming I have to wait till CJ's next turn to do something with him because he's kind of just in that seal.
Yeah, he's in that seal. But you're
He's in
landing,
that seal.
and since he hit it
I'm in
and
the air.
pierced his body, well, you're coming down now. You boop, plop right in the water. And this is happening in the midst of his turn.
Okay.
But
so
he pierced the body, so now it's not gonna try to eat you anymore, because now it's worried
Well, okay.
about that.
since
So
I
you land in
don't,
the water very safely.
I'm gonna try to get CJ out of the seal, so then on his turn he can actually do something productive with his super fish powers. I'm gonna like, yeah, so he's in his stomach.
He's inside of his stomach, yes, but there's a hole straight from his stomach to the outside of his body.
I'm
Into the
assuming that CJ is a bigger fish than I am because of how fast and strong he is. So I'm assuming I can pretty easily wiggle my way in that hole that he made. And I'm
That is
gonna
a safe assumption.
I'm gonna grab him by like with my fish mouth. I'm gonna grab his tail
Mhm.
and try to yank him out.
You're yanking him. Let's try it here. We gotta get 28.
Come on. Come on.
21 again, man. 21s are going
Dude,
crazy
why?
this time.
Okay, can you like, dude? What are you rolling these dice on, my
'Cause-
guy? Like Google?
Yeah, baby, Google.
I swear, bro, it's rigged. This game's rigged.
This is crazy. It's rigged.
How many times have I rolled 21?
Actually, fair dice.
But you get in there, and you try and pull him out, but you're not strong enough to pull him.
I'm not too weak.
No, no. So now both of you are just in this.
No, I can
seal's
squeeze my way back
stomach.
out. What are you? Ugh.
You're both inside this seal's stomach, and he's not dead, but he's dying. And oh no, what's that? Oh no,
Oh.
it's a shark.
Oh.
What kind of shark is it? I wonder.
Hammerhead?
A hammerhead, perhaps.
Yeah!
Ah, a hammerhead, indeed.
He can probably help us.
Yes. What? Is he coming for the blood? Oh no, he's not. There's something else. A child just jumped off.
Yo, what?
A child jumped off the Titanic because he thinks that it's about to hit that iceberg. So in
Whoa.
attempts to save his life, he jumps off, and the shark is coming for him, not for the seal.
Jimmy, no.
Oh no,
Little
we're gonna
Jimmy.
witness a child death. Oh no.
All right, but it's your move, CJ. What are you gonna do?
Save the child.
Oh, we're still inside the seal.
Yes,
Wait,
you're
wait,
still
wait,
inside
wait.
the seal.
I know it's not my turn, but like, what if we piloted the seal like a mecha tank or like a like a suit of armor?
Hey, stop reading my mind.
I never said you could.
I'm gonna try to squirm my way, or inside the seal. I'm gonna try to squirm my way up to his brain, worm style.
Hmm.
Like that episode of SpongeBob where Plankton's pilot SpongeBob. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to pilot this seal. I'm gonna pretend to be the seal, and then like talk to the other seal guys to try to get him on our side.
Yes, this is good. This is a good idea.
And I'm in the stomach.
He's
And
quite still just chilling there in the stomach.
He's still in there. He's a little tired from trying to yank you out.
I'm being chillin'.
We gotta get 26 here, though.
Oh, that's easy money.
Doable.
Ooh, a 34! You successfully
Oh,
take
where were
over the
those
seal's
earlier?
body. You take over the seal's body, and you're now piloting it towards the rest of the seals.
So
With
now I can
minimum
just-
time
now I-
left, you
now I
gotta
can use
you gotta
some-
convince him.
Now I can do some fisticuffs with the shark.
Yeah, you can, but you really gotta convince them real quick before it hits the iceberg. It's getting real close. It's about 0.4 miles away now,
Crap.
maybe even 0.3.
CJ, would you mind controlling the the
Quinten,
stomach?
nobody said you can't squirm up to the mouth and move it around.
The abdomen.
Yeah, can you control the abdomen part of the seal and control the poop muscles? Because I'm still stuck in here.
It's your turn. So.
Alright, so... Okay, interesting. CJ's got
Don't
the
forget
seal,
about the massive hole in his stomach.
CJ's got the seal under control. Like, he can operate it by himself. He's fine up there.
Yeah. At this
Alright.
point, the seal has died, and you're just piloting it like it's Voltron or
Okay.
something.
Oh, this is so morbid.
So, this is... I had a big nap that you didn't know about in the seal's stomach. So now I am back at full... I'm back at full strength, full endurance. I'm ready to do crazy action now. So, I once again attempt to jump on the Titanic. But this time I'm stronger, so it probably works.
All right. Well, we gotta get it.
Wait, how close is the Titanic to the big iceberg?
Well, it hits when we get to when we get to the
20.
20, and right now we're at 26.
Oh shoot, we gotta do something quick.
Can I say along with jumping on it, I make my way to the pilot area of the Titanic if I do make it on
Sure.
the ship?
If you make it on, you just miraculously somehow end up in the area of the boat where the captain is,
Cool.
wherever
Cool.
that is.
That's fair.
All right. And while you were taking that nap, you discover something. Wow, your fin, it grew back. That's why you're stronger.
Oh! Regenerative steel fluids in the stomach.
So we got a bonus 5 points here.
Oh! Let's go, baby. What do I need?
Ooh! Bonus 5 points are coming in clutch. We got 22 plus the 5, we got 27. Just making it above the mark.
Let's go. I like
You-
barely made it on the boat, bro. I almost fell.
You just barely make it on the boat, but oh man, is that the captain's boot? It is indeed. And his other
Thought
boot.
you were gonna say
Oh my
booty.
goodness. It's the captain. What do we do here? We won't find out until the next move from you, Quinten.
I have a great move.
Well, the hammerhead shark is still coming. I'm piloting the seal right now. I gotta get into some altercations with the shark to save our butt.
And the kid. Don't forget about the kid.
So I go for like a crazy haymaker on this shark's face.
Oh boy.
Going a little crazy here?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. We gotta get 24. Ooh, a 24 on the dot. You hit him. Boom. Right in the eye. Right in his weak point. Boom. He's out cold.
Yo! Woo!
And you saved little Jimmy. He is a little cold, but he's alive. And that's what matters.
Wait, what child? Oh, right.
He forgot about the drowning kid.
I just wanted to punch the shark. I forgot there was a kid.
I
Well,
mean,
good for you. Not only did you successfully beat a shark in a fight, but you also saved a child. Both in one day.
the game isn't save a kid. It's stop the Titanic from sinking.
I mean, we accomplished the side quest. We got the kid. So
We
Got the
got
kid.
the side. Yeah, we got the side quest done. All right, this action.
That,
How-
that, as a matter of fact, is going to give you a bonus 10 points on this next roll. So you're almost
Me or-
definitely going to convince this captain to do whatever you want it to do.
Quinten,
Because your
Oh.
side quest is completed.
Quinten could just sense that this hammerhead somewhere got sucker punched, so it gives him extra motivation.
I hear the sonic boom of CJ's punch. It's like, wow, I feel motivated.
Your charisma
Okay.
points have been upped by 10, man.
Oh, wait, does the captain?
He feels inspired, perhaps.
Yeah, I feel inspired. Does the captain notice me?
That's up to you to decide.
He does not notice
Will
me.
he notice you?
No.
I don't think you should give us that choice.
Okay. How big am I compared to the captain? Or how small am I compared to the captain?
You're the size of Nemo. You're a tiny little man.
Okay. So, I can probably squeeze my way up there. I'm taking a little bit of inspiration from CJ's move with the seal. I'm gonna go up the pant leg of this captain and wiggle my way up there. I think everyone knows where this is going. And like that...
I don't know where this is going.
Like that Ant-Man and Thanos meme.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's going up the booty? This is the...
like in the Nemo movie, I'm gonna touch the butt. I'm gonna go in the butt. And I make my way up to his brain, because everyone knows the brain connects to the butt eventually. And I pilot the captain.
You pilot the captain.
And I make him...
What is this episode in getting to people's brains?
And I make him...
With your 10 bonus points, we're gonna see how it goes.
Wait. And I make him spin the wheel to the right really fast.
There's a lot of actions in one turn. I don't know if this is...
Yeah, we're not gonna do the spinning. I think with the piloting, the brain,
All right, no
it comes with that. We might skim the iceberg, but we're not turning completely out of the way.
All right.
At this point, hitting the iceberg is inevitable. It's just how hard we hit the iceberg.
That's fair. What do I need to roll?
Ooh, we got a 28. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Successfully go up his butt and somehow
Yeah!
get into his brain and turn it just a little bit out of the way. You can't get it all the way turned because time is limited and it's about to hit.
Okay.
So all hope left is with CJ here. What can he do to move this iceberg out of the way completely?
I think with our combined efforts, my strength plus this seal, this brain, I can try pushing the Titanic again like I did earlier.
Ooh.
But I'm like I said, I'm gonna be a little stronger now because I got the seal on my side.
And I'm turning it?
Yeah,
dude.
So
There's no way.
That's a bonus 5 right there, probably. See what we do here. 31 plus a 5. Oh my goodness, 36.
Oh.
Not only do you push it out of the way successfully, saving all of the lives of the people on the Titanic, but you also stop a blockbuster movie from ever being made.
No!
Wait, hold on.
Turn it back! Turn it back to the left!
Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't need to get famous.
That's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go! We did it!
You did it just in time, too, guys. Look at you go.
Yeah.
Dang. So, what happens to the... Wait. What happens to the kid?
You successfully save the child. He ends up back on the ship.
Cool.
And in the process of saving all of the lives of these people, you kill one shark, one seal,
one captain.
one captain.
So,
it was a
but that's what the second captain is for.
It's a sacrifice we were willing to make.
I feel like we just kind of rewrote history. Like, the Titanic isn't going to be a huge historical event anymore. It's just kind of a boat.
It's just a boat.
I mean, it'll still be historic, but it's like the biggest cruise boat that sail, I think.
Yeah, it is. It was a win and a loss, really.
Be famous for different reasons.
It was.
Leonardo DiCaprio it'll still be a movie, just without the crazy ending.
It's just a movie about some people on a boat.
It's just a random,
Yeah, it's just a movie about people on a cruise ship.
Romantic movie about Jack and what's her name. He doesn't get quite as famous from it because it's not as popular with the crazy ending.
No. Yeah, people don't when people hear the word Titanic, they're like, oh yeah, it's that boat, right? It's a boat. It's not
I
as
like
popular.
B tier that B tier movie. That was okay.
So now me and CJ
I'm
live
proud of us.
our. I am too. We did a lot of brain control. I did a lot of life risking things. I
Her
was
life
very
was risked
dangerous.
many times.
My life was very risked. That was fun. I liked
Was.
being on the side that was not the host.
And would you like to hear the honorary mentions of what our other rounds would have been?
Yeah, what were their ideas yet?
All right. Our other rounds, for a speed round, it would have been one of you is a tortilla chip that just watched a human take your best friend out of the bag, drowned him in salsa, and then eat him. And your
Drowned him in
objective,
salsa. That's a crime on its own.
Bro, that would have been
Your-
way better than the stupid caterpillar one. I did not like the caterpillar one at all.
well, there's always the next time.
Oh boy, part
always the
2
next time.
of unusual odds.
Unusual odds. And what the idea was called was tortilla chip watches his friend die. Hashtag try not to die.
Hashtag try not to die.
Okay.
That was our speed round. For a team round, the other one was Big Gorilla finds them, fights the two of you in an aquarium.
What?
How he got into the aquarium,
Wait, why
nobody
is it
knows.
in an aquarium?
Nobody knows why it's in an aquarium. But
We're-
it's just
we're-
two humans fighting a big gorilla.
Well, have you heard the thing, like, who would win in a fight, one gorilla or 100 humans?
Yes, I have. That's why I thought of this.
Two people
sure,
would
yeah.
not beat a...
What's your guys' opinion on that? I mean, obviously the gorilla's not gonna win.
Okay, wait.
Nah, man, that gorilla's gonna
Listen.
demolish those people.
There's
That's
no
what
way.
I think. I am on the team gorilla all the way. Because, hear me
100
out.
guys.
Hear me out. So, I know it's a lot, but you have to think about this. It was not specific enough. So, I'm gonna make some assumptions. First assumption, humans do not have weapons. They're just normal humans. Second assumption, they are normal humans with normal instincts of trying to preserve their lives. So why the heck would they go fight a big gorilla? So most of the humans are probably not insane enough to go fight that thing.
Same thing with the gorilla. The gorilla's not gonna want to fight humans. 100 guys. The gorilla's gonna be scared.
But gorilla, I guess that is true.
The
don't
gorilla
know.
knows what to take his losses. He's not gonna fight 100 guys.
I just assume big gorilla.
Maybe
I
if you charged him, he would defend himself. But like,
I guess I was just assuming that the gorilla wasn't really thinking about it. It was just like, fight. I don't know.
I'm
So-
assuming,
200 men.
well, I'm assuming the opposite. Like, humans are just like fight gorilla.
So
Yes.
okay, yeah. So let's say if
Men
the
are
gorilla,
violent.
if the gorilla was a normal gorilla and the humans all agreed we're gonna kill this gorilla even if we die, then yeah, the humans would obviously win.
But
But
they're in like a coliseum. Like they have to fight each other.
here's the that's interesting.
If with
'Cause-
weapons, they would totally demolish the gorilla.
Well,
Well,
they're not.
you know,
that's
without
part of it.
weapons.
They don't have weapons.
Exactly.
But it's 100 humans. But that's interesting, CJ. If they're in
Well,
like a coliseum.
if you gave the gorilla a weapon, that would change things too.
Wait. What if the gorilla used a human as a weapon, like a human bat?
I'm sure he does in this 100 versus him fight.
That's how it would start. He'd kill a human and start. You'd grab that human and start whipping him around like.
He just start whacking other humans with him.
Yeah.
But okay, no, what you said is CJ is interesting because if they're all in the coliseum where they're forced to fight and there's no other way, then I wonder like how small can we get that number, right?
Some
Of,
Mad
like-
Max situation where the humans and the gorilla are forced to fight each other for their entertainment.
Yeah,
What they were-
some messed up thing. That's not why is that specifically Mad Max? That's an actual thing that happened in Rome and stuff. It's not.
True.
It's
Yeah,
not fiction.
totally.
That's real.
That's true. Humans are terrible people.
It's not just fictional humans that are monsters. Real humans are also monsters.
Not terrible. Not terrible people. Humans are terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, no. We are a horrible species.
Terrible species. Absolutely horrible.
But no, seriously. How low could we make that number of humans to where the gorilla would win? In this hypothetical where all the humans agree we're gonna kill the gorilla no matter what.
I think the gorilla could take like 30.
30?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely 30. I feel like 50 is stretching it, but 40
Really?
might be a little bit too much, but 30 is like a good number.
I feel like maybe like 20. Like he could take 20 at most.
Here's what I'm thinking, right? The humans, since they don't have any weapons, they need to get in close. And if they get within arm reach of the gorilla, then the gorilla could wipe out like 5 of them in one big swing. So it's difficult for me to see a scenario, unless it's like 50 to 100 humans, where the gorilla wouldn't win.
I'm not gonna lie, I was not paying attention.
Yeah, I wasn't listening to that last sentence.
Basically, what I'm saying is, I agree. I feel like under 50, plausible. Above 50, no. Cool discussion. So, yeah, I guess we all agree 100 humans takes the W.
Yeah, 100 humans probably does take the dub.
Now, how about 1 human versus 100 gorillas?
Bro, that human's cooked.
Where's your
He's
money
cooked,
going?
man.
That human is done.
Thank you for watching episode 2. I think we've refined it a little more. We still need more refining.
Just a tad.
But there was an actual intro this time. It wasn't too long, I don't think. We'll see when I edit it. And
It wasn't terribly long.
it was fun.
Did you guys enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I like that.
Ooh, alright. Yeah, we should do more of those, like, not maybe every episode, but, like, more frequently.
What? The game you came up with? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds fair.
uncommon odds,
recurring.
or whatever I called it.
Your recurring episode theme.
Yeah, imagine when we get to part 10 of whatever we're calling this. Well, okay. Like, I think I probably will, because I was actually just going to steal the idea. But since you made it something kind of unique, I'll just use some of the scenarios I had and slightly adjust them.
Cool. Turn them into unusual odds instead of...
Not wins.
Yeah, sounds cool, dude. That would be cool.
But I still kind of want to do the not I'd win just because of the fact that you have to keep on repeating and remember.
Well, the only reason that I didn't have you guys do that is because the only reason that they do it is because of their point system.
That's
And
true.
if they do it wrong, they award the point. But, like, we aren't doing that. So I was like, let's make it our own thing.
We're not doing points.
And, yeah.
We're an unbiased podcast here.
Yeah, we is.
We just do the ring around the rosy of victories. Speaking of which, CJ, do you even have a little inkling of a episode idea?
No, I haven't even thought about it at all.
You're just letting us do all the work.
Wow.
If I have to be the host next time, I'll come up with something.
Well, I mean,
You don't have to be.
well,
We could,
if we're
like,
doing
do a
the
rotation, though, I feel like that would be cool.
yeah, no, if we're doing the rotation, then you would be the next in line.
They've done it on another Distractable episode. I mean, it's a game that exists. I forgot what it's called. But it's like you're given a topic, like items in the living room, and then you have to get the other person to. And then it'll tell you a word. And that's an item in the living room. That's the theme of the round. Like, let's say your item is couch. You have to get the other person to guess couch without saying couch.
That would be
You have
fun to play.
You have to get
I
through.
don't think they ever did that.
You have to get through as many words as you can before the timer runs out.
I
They've done
was
it before.
trying to.
Let's try that out. That would be cool.
I forgot what that game's
Yeah.
called. That could be my host too.
Yeah. Just come up with some
Come up with a
prompts.
wacky name for it, and then I'll name that
Yeah,
episode.
I'll have to look up what this game is. Come
Now
up with
I
some prompt.
now I feel bad that I didn't have a name for mine. It was just escape room. Preston came out
That's okay.
here. Preston came out here with multiple different rounds and a name. Oh, I just had 3 rooms and
It's all
2
good, dude.
toilets. It's fine.
all
It's
good.
fine. It definitely won't haunt me for the rest of this podcast.
Until we
Well,
come up with the podcast
After
name
the
and sure we can be like, welcome back to Unnamed Podcast. This is
Unnamed podcast. Yeah, I'm just
No,
saying
we-
like that too. Hey
No, we
guys,
just, like,
welcome back to
Unnamed Podcast.
Unnamed Podcast. And today,
welcome back to Unnamed Podcast. We can just fill that in. Unnamed Podcast.
Unnamed
Put that in there.
Podcast.
to be decided. Today,
Guys, make sure to follow the podcast and click the bell and stuff.
make sure to follow the podcast.
The podcast.
Check out our social media to be decided. If you
which I am literally not on.
don't work on
Corrupt.
photos. Me neither. I don't. Because it literally rots your brain, makes you feel terrible.
Yes, all
not
the
worth
bad
it.
things.
check out
Social
our
media.
non-existent social media.
Actually, just go on social media for us, please.
Join our Discord to be decided. And be part of the fun.
Yeah,
Be part
join
of
in
the
on the fun.
Donate to the.
You should actually throw this in the next thing.
Donate
if
to
you have-
our page on whatever that donation website is. It really
Give
really
us your money.
It really helps out a lot. It helps us keep this podcast going.
Yeah, because it costs so much money to make this podcast. Just you no idea.
Costs tons
Shut up,
and tons
cut that
of
out.
money.
Cut that out.
If you guys have any comments that you'd like to leave down here to give us any tips on something you'd like to see in the next episode or anything we can do to refine the way we do this, then leave them down there and we'll check it out.
Yeah. And we will see you guys next Friday. Bye.
Hasta la vista, baby.